And welcome back to West Sound TV presents the high school basketball, the second half of our first game in today's doubleheader, as the Klahowya Eagles host the Kingston Buccaneers. And welcome to those of you watching this game live on the internet, thanks to the KidsAppSun.com/game of the week. I really appreciate the effort that the Sun has gone to provide the community service of presenting these great high school, from football, volleyball to basketball, contests live over the internet. Well, Patricia Ann's on the camera for West Sound TV, Kitty Campagna on the other microphone. And Kitty, as we get ready to begin the third period here, Coach Spike Harper and the Klahowya Eagles got a little bit of making up to do, down 35-16 to the Olympic League leaders, the Kingston Buccaneers.
They do have a rough road ahead. The good news is that they scored 5 in the first, 11 in the second. If they continue with that increase each quarter, that will help. But in the meantime, they have to stop the Buccaneers, which just didn't happen, as Richie Sander now leads all scorers with 7.
And Klahowya bringing it back up after that quick 2. Carlos Valles, number 2. Drew Faga, number 3, with the ball. 4, Josh Ganowski. And down low, we've got 24, Clark Rose, and 50, Mitch Flowers. And first foul of the second half called against the Buccaneers.
That happened at the beginning of the game as well, as when Flowers is trying to work underneath. Oh, nice play by Vallejo.
Yeah, very nice move by Carlos. Put 2 on the board for Klahowya.
He's put up several threes that weren't quite going down, so he decided to go for the other type of basket.
Oh, Kingston comes away with an offensive board. Nice block from behind, and that was Josh Ganowski knocking it loose over to a Buccaneer.
Good turn to the basket.
Over to an Eagle.
Correct.
Knocking it loose from the Buccaneers.
This is a nice turn to the basket by Lucas, but he didn't realize there were quite that many Eagles around him.
Long outside shot by Ganowski comes up a little short. KT Deem over to Sam Byers. Byers will drive the glass and put it through for 2.
When you talk about powering it through the paint, there's your example right there. I have Byers with 8. He may have 10. I missed 2 somewhere in that first half.
Good play by the Eagles to get it inside. They get it into Clark Rose, who gets fouled, and will get a trip to the free throw line.
That was one of the things we said, Doc, that they needed to go inside a little bit more. And
yes, it did.
He did brave Byers, but that means Byers has a foul.
And it also means that Clark Rose gets a trip to the free throw line. First one. Oh, I thought that was going down, but it rattles back out.
Clark had 5 points in that first half, one of them from the free throw line. That's
2.
painful.
Yeah. That would certainly help the Eagles' cause to be able to score some points at the free throw line. Nice takeaway that time, and once again, Ganowski in there doing it.
Good anticipation as to where the passing lane's going to be.
Josh over to Vallejo. Back to Fagan. Basically got 3 guards out there for the Eagles. Now they go into the big guy. Ball knocked loose, though, and Mr. KT Deem coming away with it. And he'll stop and pop. That was a little short. Nice board by Mitch Flowers, the big guy out there for the Eagles.
With a nice save or attempt, but it came right back to the Buccaneers.
And KT Deem to Sam Byers. Count 2 on the board. Nice job by both Sam and KT. That was an excellent pass.
Running their lanes like they're supposed to. Sam already into double digits.
No, that one's off, and the rebound fought for, and Lucas Mays comes away with it for the Buccaneers. Deem with it. Yeah, he sees a little bit of opening there in the paint, and he'll get a trip to the free throw line. KT just saw enough space between those 2 defenders.
Once in a while, when you're shorter and smaller, you know, there are openings that the rest of us certainly don't see.
And it takes a little talent to see him going at full speed.
That is correct. One of the things I talked about with some of my peewees, I retired from coaching this year, Doc, but I went and watched my boys play last night, and we talk about seeing the floor and how hard that is. It's really a tough thing to actually teach.
Yeah, it is. And it's one of those things that's hard to really, you can develop it to a degree, but it really, for the real people, it's
us real people,
the
yeah.
ones that make it, it's an innate
it seems
part
to
of
be
your physiography.
Physiology. What a word. Did you think you'd say that tonight, Doc?
No. Sanders with it, 42-18, tries to go low.
Nice job by Flowers.
Good job mixing it up. Down low, holding it for the tie-up is number 44, Lucas Mays for the Buccaneers. And it's going to be a Buccaneer ball on the possession arrow, and Coach Blake Conley with the timeout for his Kingston team.
Yeah, he tried to get that timeout before the man mauled his man on the floor. This way he got a foul as well, I believe, so he's okay.
And we got to thank AD at Klahowya High School, University of Portland grad, Mr. Tom Winters. Always nice to come. Todd, excuse me. Always nice to come out here to Klahowya.
Oh, he always
enjoy
takes
the school.
Pretty good care of us.
It's a neat school.
You know, I'd like if they got stairs though,
on the bleachers.
and maybe some handrails. I'm getting old. This is getting dangerous.
Our cameraman's nodding agreement.
Oh, she had to find a whole new route down because there are none.
Deem saw the wide open Lucas Mays. Nice play inside, though, by Mitch Flowers, and Kingston has to go back outside. Sanders will take the three. In and out. Oh, look at that. KTD, or that wasn't Deem. That was
Connor Wall.
Connor Wall coming from nowhere.
They look so much alike. They're 4 and 14, so I think we have
with the haircuts.
Yeah,
now.
I think we've misnamed them a couple times.
They've got the dual haircuts out there. 44-18 here, about halfway through number 3, and the Buccaneers look like they're playing pretty solid.
Oh, definitely. If that foul's going to go on Dean. The one person we've not seen tonight is senior Cody Combs, and I don't know if he is hurt for the Buccaneers. I don't even see a number 3 sitting on that sideline. He may have his shirt over it. Didn't have a chance to talk to the coach prior to the game as I was laying cable for live streaming.
And it will be Brady Sunquist into the game for Kingston. Lucas Mays will take a little rest, and inbound pass almost got away from him, and it almost got away from him twice. Drew Fagan had a great opportunity there to take it away.
Really nice job by Jacob Sheets. The one-man press down there at the other end. Almost got it the first time. Oh, painful.
And that's going to be a foul on trip to the free throw line. Foul will go to Mike Van Fleet in the game now for Coach Hopper. And up to the free throw line will be Connor Wall. They took the, tried to get the steal. Unfortunately, you don't get the steal. It left it basically a 2-on-1.
And both Wall and KT Dean willing to take it to the basket.
No doubt about that.
Wall with 8 points already. And perfect from the free throw line.
45-18, 46-18 lead for the Buccaneers.
This is what scares you about Kingston. If they pull away, they're really tough to get back into this. They play such a good defense out there.
Yeah, mostly it's a man-on-man. They will go to that zone.
This time Hunter doesn't get the foul. It's going to go on 14, Ward.
It's good to see Mike back in after taking the knock there in that first
true.
half. He was the one that went down hard on the hardwood. Oh, almost a takeaway. Good effort that time by Mitch.
Some good anticipation out there. You got to make sure you're setting your screens and working to get open. There was a screen by Byers. We talked about that at the end of the half, how he set a screen, and you don't go through those.
And number 14 will get a trip to the free throw line. KT Deem for the Buccaneers. First one short. 3:53 left to go in quarter number 3. Second one's through for KT.
KT 500 from the line, 2 of 4. He has 8 points.
Capped around, but Sheets has managed to maintain the possession. Good rebound down there in the low paint by Mike Van Vliet.
Oh, and a payback at the other
right.
end by running the floor to Sam Byers.
Yeah, can't take off a moment of time against these guys in red and gold.
There's no celebrating, that's for sure.
Yep. Fagan. He'll work it around. That Jacob Sheets out front. Tries to go inside, and Flowers saves it for Klahowya. They've got plenty of time on the shot clock. 15, 13 seconds now. Back to Fagan. Over to Ward. He'll go down low to Van Vliet. And that shot is blocked by...
Well, it actually was never touched.
Oh, okay.
But
that's why we get the turnover.
Would we call that a alter? Made him alter his shot just a little, where he tried to go way high and could not get his body into the lane with Byers in the way.
Jones over to Wall, and Wall sinks a 3.
That's his second 3 of the night.
52-20.
Up to 11 points already.
Sheets with it. Down to Ward, and again, lost ball, and Kingston quickly moving the other direction. Nice choice on that one to send it back out. Klahowya
he
had nice
corralled
D.
that beautifully at the top of the dribble. Otherwise, it would have been a double dribble or high dribble.
Oh, and KT Deem tried to do the old dish off in the paint that time to Brady Sundquist, and Brady will get a trip up to the free throw line.
You know, we were excited to see the #1 team in the state, Rainier Beach, for 3A, but we are looking at a quality team here with Kingston. They are #1 in Olympic League for a reason, and at one point they were actually ranked in the state, and I don't know where they are right now. They lost to Olympic after that, but they're still looking awfully good.
Well, and this was the #3 team in the state of Washington last year.
They
with
were.
a lot of the same players, same coach.
They're missing a couple important seniors from
Yes.
last year, but they have stepped up this year, that's for sure.
George Roy Hill, one of them.
Yep. Zane Ravenholt.
Ravenholt.
Here's the good news. We have those listed right here if we really want to find them.
Sheets over to Fagan. Richie Sanders right there, not letting Drew go anywhere with it. Sheets makes a nice drive and balls up. Good board that time. Good hustle by Robbie Campos in the game for the Eagles, but it'll go off of him out of bounds, and Kingston bring it in. George Marinan out there.
Both Campos and Van Vliet have come in and done some nice work underneath. Maybe because they haven't been beaten up underneath there as much as...
Richie Sanders down low to Marinan. Turnaround's good for George.
The baby hook.
55-20 here. 1:30 left to go in the third.
I have 9 Buccaneers in the scoring column.
Uh-oh. That one went to no one in particular.
And I think at least 2, almost maybe 3 are already in double figures.
Josh Dakota in the game for... No, he's not out there yet. Excuse me.
Yeah, he is. #2's out there. You are correct.
Oh,
for Kingston.
Yes, he is. Okay. I thought I saw that 2, and then I looked up and saw the 2 on the white.
Vallejo. Kingston.
Down low to Campos. Send it back. Shot is off, and rebound pulled down by Jones. There's Dakota.
Oh, Marinan's having some fun now.
Yep.
And it didn't quite go in, but nice try.
Coach Conley's giving a rest to Sam Byers. Oh, nice drive by Sheets. Couldn't quite complete it, but that was a good move by Jacob.
Nice clear out by George Marinan, getting that ball down. Hunter in a little bit of trouble. Oh, finds his open man, and it won't go.
And he was wide open because there were 3 white shirts over there on Hunter.
Well, you hear about help defense, and you got to determine who's going to give that.
Yep.
The overload doesn't help you.
Fallback shot is off for Campos.
Fairly quiet gym here with 12 seconds left in the third quarter. They are trying to at least count down the seconds.
And Sanders drive along the baseline, off and out of bounds with 1 second to Klahowya. 1 second. This is going to take a long pass and a long shot. There's the pass, and it's taken away anyway.
Instead, Marinan will get the steal.
At the end of 3 periods here, the Kingston Buccaneers in red and gold lead the Klahowya Eagles 55-20. And actually a little bit larger lead than I thought we might see tonight by the Kingston Buccaneers.
Yeah, that was all of 4 points scored by Klahowya. They started out well, bringing it inside, getting some things happening there, but just could not convert at all. So they are now working toward such a huge deficit, really tough to come back from. This is where a coach really earns his money, because it's, what do I do now? How do I use this last quarter?
And you always have to wonder, too, how much of it is mental when you're at 6'5", and the team you're playing is 10-1.
True.
You know, so there's a little bit of that maybe, especially, I think, at the beginning of the game. And I think we saw some of that in the beginning of the first quarter.
The nervousness, yeah. And these Eagles, they're 6-9 overall, 6-5 in Olympic League, so all their wins coming in Olympic League play. Kingston 13-3, and they've played some tough competition outside of league as well, 11-1 in the league. So you're right, Doc. It's sometimes just looking at those numbers.
What little time they have to play out of league now.
Oh.
That would be after the beginning immediately after the Thanksgiving weekend.
It was crazy, and then they have four games in a 2-week period here, or less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, and of course they've got to make up 1 or 2 depending on if they had the bye during the snow week. Not only, of course, all the Western Washington teams are in that situation. And they've already got venues and schools scheduled for districts and sub-districts, so they got to get those games all played up in the next 2 weeks.
They do. And coach has put in his sophomore Elijah Hawley, number 5.
Yeah, a little bit of trouble there by Van Vliet.
And a number 30 who I'm going to see if I can find him on the JV team. Coach giving a few new people some opportunities to play.
KT goes the opposite side of the screen that time.
I think that's Ben Ladner. Ooh, and Clark Rose get.
Oh, they're going to call it travel on Clark.
I think he would beg to differ that there might have been a trip before that travel.
I think that was his look on his face.
The conversation that you think he wanted to have?
Kingston with the possession.
Coach Conley giving his sophomore right there, Mr. English, a chance to play. Now he reminds me of the hairdo that KT had last year.
Shots off, fight for the rebound. Coming out of there with it is number 30 for the Klahowya Eagles.
I have him as Ben Ladner.
Okay, I'll take that.
If
Cutter Wall does a little dive through the defense to put 2 up. 56-20 here in the fourth.
Connor's just a junior, is guard core pretty young.
Well, Connor and KT together.
Yes.
They make a pretty good duo out there. It's, you know, that's kind of like the downtown Freddie Brown and Gus the Wizard Williams.
Well, you look at them and you know, they don't have the big height going for them, but that's really not a problem with the way they can handle the ball and can shoot. And
can keep their eye on where that ball's at.
And if you use the Bayer screen, then you also have it. Oh, nice work
just
by Wall.
What we were talking about, 4-14 there.
I've seen this. I swear this has no bounce in this ball. There's a couple times they've had difficulty pulling it off the floor.
Turnover will go to Klahowya, be tagged to Kingston, and if Don't know if they've got that. I guess that is 6. I didn't look up before, so that is the 6th team foul on Kingston.
So they called that a foul on KT Dean. Klahowya continuing to run their offense. Rose just surrounded.
Triple team. It's the triple team. Yeah, there we. Oh, ball gets taken away by Wall. Over to Dean. Shots off, and who comes away with it to clean it up for the Buccaneers? Mr. Byers.
Yes, exactly. I have him with 14. What a really nice way they ran that.
That was a good play all the way down the court.
The original pass, the right move, it didn't quite go on in, but then your trailer follows it up with the rebound and the basket.
And again, that duo there, Connor Wall and KT Dean, that's a good guard duo out there.
It is, and what we're missing as well is when we see Richie Sander out there, he's not so much a ball handler, but he's one of their great outside shooters. Last time we watched them play, Cody Combs had quite a few points from that three-point line.
Yep, I was going to say Cody not being there tonight, apparently, but yes, he did. He was also a good part of that Kingston squad.
You know, Sam Byers, we talk so much about him, but he has such good support from Lucas Mays, also a senior. Brady Sundquist, they're at 6'3", 6'4", not quite the body that Sam has, but I was watching Lucas, and he has some good inside moves, and you can tell he's learning that drop step and how to turn around and put it right back up.
And Sundquist, one of those guys who's not afraid to mix it up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's got the body.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It almost kind of reminds me of Brian Bennett from the Bennett
the double Bs, yeah.
B&B boys that Port Orchard has.
Yep. Well, and then I don't mean to leave off Hunter Jones, a senior who has sat a little bit because of some foul trouble, but he is tough under the boards and does a really nice job.
Man, Klahowya keeps it alive.
Shot clock still running.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul going to the hoop, and Mike Ward will get up to the free throw line. But again, I got to congratulate Coach Hopper. The last few years, he's really, I think, brought this Klahowya boys team up into the mix.
Well, the entire attitude here at Klahowya is one where we talked to Todd Winters that they want to win. They are looking at coaches who want to win. They aren't going to just be the little stepchild anymore just because they're a secondary school as opposed to a high school. Ready to play. I know that they've made some new hires. They brought in Jim Felty as their track and field coach. They had the pro racquetball player who is going to be their fast pitch coach. Nice shot by Clark.
Good turnaround by Clark. Rose off the glass.
Turns out Grace was unable to fulfill her contract because she's got too much pro racquetball right now, but really the right attitude.
And Kingston gets a third opportunity. And this time, Sam Byers will go to the free throw line. It looks like Coach Conley's getting ready to bring a new 5 in, Kitty.
This is the way I do it in Pee-wees. They don't do it in this too often. It is the easiest way, though.
Squad exchange?
Yeah. Especially when you got 12 on a squad.
And 4 of them get to come in.
Yep, they're not for the shooter.
Sam's got one more shot coming up for Kingston. 59-24 here with a little under 5 minutes left to go in the game.
The only thing that Sam's probably had a problem on tonight are free throws. He was 0 for 4 from that line. Oh, nice job by Marinan and a better block by Rose.
And it will be Kingston ball out of bounds. But, yeah, good job there. Nobody blocking out George Marinan.
No. Van Vliet back into the game for Klahowya.
Henry English will inbound for the Bucks. Goes into George. Outside three-pointer, good for Josh Dakota.
Josh is one of the seniors. There are quite a few seniors on this Kingston team.
Oh, look at this. quick steal, a breakaway by the Bucks. Couldn't convert it. That was George, and Klahowya now going quickly the other direction. About losing the ball. This time George wide open. He's got a 3-on-2 now. The Klahowya defense is there and takes it away. Clark Rose grabs it.
Marinan did a really nice job of saving that, getting it back to an open guy, but Klahowya hung in there.
And
we're going to have a carry called on that particular play.
And Jacob Gacho's going to come into the game for Klahowya.
He's just a freshman. Now, I watched him in the JV game because I was down on the floor, and he knows what he's doing out there. Fun to watch drive with the ball, good body control.
Well, good hustle on the D that time,
no.
But George is there to take it away for the Buccaneers. That was a nice job on defense by Mike Ward.
It really was. Marinan ends up with the 2 points and has 6 points on the night. Elijah Hawley back out there. Here's that jumper
nice
I
jump
talked
shot.
where
Jacob
he's willing.
Gacho, a freshman, gets 2 on the board, and that was nothing but net.
That is a lost art, that pull-up jumper.
Yes, it is. Ball gets knocked loose, but Kingston runs it down. They got plenty of time on the shot clock and plenty of lead.
Yes. Dakota having some fun out there.
Jones will take the jumper off the glass. Shots off. Good rebound by Brady Sundquist to keep it alive for the Buccaneers.
With a brand new shot clock.
3 minutes to go in the ball game. And nice board that time. Again, Mike Van Vliet's got a bunch of boards so far since he's been in the game.
I think it's that Mohawk thing that a couple of them have going on.
He's only listed at 6 foot, but he's been fighting those bigger guys pretty good down low.
He's got some weight with him and positioning, as we've always talked about. Location, location, location. It is where you are.
And the Buccaneers are in the penalties, so that'll send Klahowya up to the free throw line.
It did nick.
Yeah, but it's a 1-and-1.
Correct.
You don't get a second one if you don't make the first one. Oh, English gets the ball back over to Dakota.
Into Sundquist and back out.
And Van Vliet again, hustling down low. Try to save it for Klahowya, but the Buccaneers grabbed it and high up the glass. That would be George Marinan, another one of the seniors out there for the Buccaneers. 66-26 at the 2-minute mark here in quarter number 4.
Mike Ward getting fouled on that one. He's perfect from the line so far tonight, 2 for 2. I think they could hear me in the gym when I said that, Doc. It's gone pretty silent, and I have just absolutely jinxed the poor young man. We'll just blame it on the trip to the floor earlier this evening. There. Oh,
that one's not in either. And Marinan with the rebound for the Buccaneers. Connor Wall handling it for Kingston. Over to English.
There's Van Vliet one more time, doing a really nice job on his positioning.
He's a senior out there for Coach Hopper. Kingston will get the inbound, and Marinan's going to bring it in. And number 30, Ben, we'll say, is, how tall is he? Does it list his height on that JV?
Oh, it should.
Because he's pretty good, got some length to him out there.
It's that Mohawk, Doc. Okay, Ben Ladner at 6'1" is what we have listed here.
Yeah, because he's face-to-face. It looks like a little taller even than Marinan, who's listed at 6'2".
He could be another one off of that, so I apologize if we have the wrong name. We just didn't get the ones from the JVs prior.
Minute and a half left to go in the game. Oh, nice drive by Henry English. Good offensive rebound and put back by the Buccaneers.
Harriman is having just a field day out there right now.
Van Vliet going with the shot put.
And with the steal. I like it.
His hustle is great.
It is. Well, that's not a easy thing to do, to come in after. Sometimes you get that silly foul, and it wasn't. He came in with proper form. Oh, good idea. Doesn't go.
Ball gets loose, and Kingston will bring it in. We're under a minute here.
68-28. Those nasty Buccaneers in the lead.
And we do have a running clock. We saw that in the BI Rainier Beach girls game last week. Oh, counted for 3 and for Josh Dakota, and I think that he's got it. Is that his second?
The first one I have is a 2, which
okay.
could be wrong, but he has at least 5.
Van Vliet shot rattles out, and fight for the rebound. Kingston comes away with it. 20 seconds left to go.
Just basically a metaphor for the night as far as Klahowya tonight.
Connor Wall with it. It'll probably just dribble it around out there. Under 10.
Like the way Elijah is staying on him. They're putting up a defense, whether they're going to shoot it or not.
And there we go, the end of the ball game, and a 71-26 victory for the Kingston Buccaneers, who are going to be 12-1 now in the Olympic League, Kitty.
Well, you know, I expected this to be a little bit closer, but it's kind of the way Klahowya's season has done. They're now exactly 500 in league.
Yep.
And they've had some really hot nights and some not so hot nights. And so this is just one of those not so hot nights. You got to get past it because they have a lot of basketball left.
Well, and this game played on Tuesday, January 31st, and they're going to have to turn around tomorrow, February 1, and host the Bremerton High boys, who going into tonight, they were tied with them as far as their league record. So they got to shake this one off, have that short-term memory loss, and go on to tomorrow night. Well, we want to thank you folks for tuning in. We want to thank the KidsAppSun.com for the streaming this game live to the community over the KidsAppSun.com/game of the week. We really appreciate what they've done this year with high school sports, being able to stream live games so that grandparents, cousins, and aunts and friends all over the world, sometimes for the first time, get to watch their kids play ball.
So true, Doc. You and I have enjoyed this. We've been doing this as volunteers, no pay, because we like watching these kids, and we can't imagine how hard it must be to be across the country and not seeing your grandkid play.
Yep. So we want to thank KidsApp Sound. Well, we're West Sound TV. Game number 1 in our doubleheader. Stay tuned for that second game. Patricia Ann's on the camera for you tonight. Kitty Campagna on the other microphone, and I'm the doctor, Doc Parr, saying stay tuned. We will see you soon.